Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be watching an artist paint. This artist's name, well, he's not really painting, he's going to be doing a happy little drawing. So sit back, relax, and let's watch some art occur. Good Saturday morning, everybody. Today we're going to be doing a live drawing. Good morning, Comicade. I don't know why I did that. I was just trying to do something funny to start with. But anyways, hope everybody's doing well this morning. We're gonna get into this, and hopefully this looks okay. Let me pull my YouTube stream up so that I can see the messages when they come in or as they come in. What's up, Remy? How's it going, my man? Just getting my YouTube channel pulled up so that I can see what's going on in the chat, because I hate looking at StreamYard for the chat because it comes in kind of late. All right, so we're going to be doing a T drawing today, and I'm just going to jump right into it, and hopefully we make good headway on this. So again, for those of you that have not seen my streams before, the Art with the Professor, I always start with my base drawing to start with before I get on stream, just so that when I get on here, it's not a bunch of boring erasing and drawing lines. Because the last thing I want to do is bore anybody to death with just a base drawing. And trust me, I know about that because my kids at school tell me all the time when I start something, they're like, this is the most boring part. Yeah, this is one of my favorite crossover series. One of my favorite things about doing art is that when you do something like this, it starts out looking almost like nothing. Like people look at these and they go, what is that? But then, as you build, as you get further into it, you get more and more detail. You get more and more support for your colors and your lines. And then the image starts to become more and more visible slowly. What's up, Ruben? How's it going, my man? Good to see you in here this morning. I know this is an early morning draw, and some of our West Coast folks are still probably in bed because I know it's like 7 o'clock on the West Coast. I personally didn't wake up until 9:30. I'm glad that I had already set this stream up last night before I went to bed. So I'm trying to give the background of this a little bit of the old um, TMNT um, feel to it with the hatching. And what hatching is, for those of you that don't know terminology, hatching is when you take and you do short lines to give the effect of depth or shadow. So with the walls and the ceiling here, I'm doing a little bit of that just to give a little bit of depth to the picture. Um, just a nod to the original TMNT look. Be watching more if it wasn't for the Saturday morning chores. Yeah, we usually do that on Saturday mornings here in our house, but this morning it's kind of a lazy Sunday morning. We've had a crazy week here, and I'm sure a lot of you know about crazy weeks. Good morning, Chip. How's it going? Now this is one I'm a little nervous about. It could either turn out decent or it could turn out really poor. Um, I'm hoping for the decent. Um, it always it always stresses me out drawing brick. Um, Bricks are one of those things, especially when you're trying to draw, um, you know, in depth. Um, they kind of stress me out. Remy Key Studios, Common K. Oh, okay. You're just saying hello. Hello, honey. Thank you for watching. So right now we're just laying lines in for our background. Um, Forgive me if I kind of space out for a second. Usually when I'm doing small lines, I have to focus a little bit. Oh my goodness. What's up, Gary B? How's it going? I didn't know. Did Gary B slip in? Yes, he did. Good morning. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this is gonna be an adventure because I'm working. This is going to be like a lot of the picture is going to be in shadow. So it's definitely going to be an adventure for me. Um, I don't know how this is going to turn out. Usually I can kind of picture how I want things to go, but picturing things and how I want them to go and them actually turning out the way I want them to go are two totally different things. And unfortunately, as an artist or as someone that does art, um, my mind sometimes goes a million different directions when I'm doing stuff like this. And what I have pictured in my mind is technically what may or may not come out. So hopefully this isn't terrible. And I will tell you, I am my own worst critic. So other people may look at this and go, I could never do that. And then I'm looking at it going, ugh. We'll see. We'll see. So right now we're working on the sewer drain or sewer hole. Good morning, James. How's it going? So that. You may hear me talk a lot to myself this time, trying to walk myself through what I'm thinking. If you hear me speaking to myself, don't be alarmed. And to my wife, if you are still watching this and you want to share this on Facebook for me, that would be fantastic. So people know, they can drop in and watch if they want to. I don't know if she's still listening or not. The good thing about the background in this is I'm working in a lot of grays. So anything that I kind of mess up there um, can be hidden. And I don't think I've ever said, so I'll say it now. Just don't start drawing like normal. Chip, thanks. So I don't know if I've said this before, but when I do these lines, I use Tombow brush lining pens. And I do that because I feel like with these pens, I have a lot more control over my lines as opposed to just going over something with a Sharpie. Um, and they're pretty inexpensive. Thank you for sharing that. What's up, Tyler? How's it going? My kids in school, when they see me draw, they sit there and they're like, How are you so good?" And I'm like, well, first of all, you're like 10 years old. And I've been drawing for 30 plus years. So it comes with practice, and it comes with drawing when you've got time, and actually thinking about what you're doing rather than just regurgitating and trying to turn something in to get it done. That's the problem with most of them. They just turn stuff in for the sake of getting it done. And we're all guilty of it. You made what? How are you making waffles and I didn't get some? In the morning, we having waffles. I didn't get any. It's bad when the wife makes waffles and you don't get none. I did get waffles.
You will serve.
Nope, these are fine. Look at this. I'll show you a waffle break. That's better than the art that I've got. Thank you, honey. Sorry for that short waffle intermission. Tyler says he'll take a waffle, maybe two. Oh, I thought she was still standing there. So, one of the reasons I'm doing this one, the way I'm doing it, this one is going to rely very, very heavily on color and my ability to use color to blend, show shadow. This one's not going to be kind of a straight up color palette. And again, I'm a little hesitant, but I figured, do you ever learn something if you don't push yourself to do new things? And I've decided that I'm going to try this, and if I succeed, then it'll be a big celebration. Everything will be great. Things will look good. If I fail, then you all will at least get a good laugh. Pardon me. Waffles being the next giveaway. Turtles and Waffles. It sounds like a good name for a weekly show. Absolutely. Turtles and Waffles weekly show. James, you might be onto something there, my friend. Okay, so again, I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to show it to you. And to start with, this may not make too terribly much sense to you. I've got the picture in my head of what this is supposed to look like, but again, just keep in mind, this is just line work. There are no colors in this yet. We've got basic outlines, basic detail. Okay? So that's what we're going with so far. Hopefully, this turns out the way I want it to. We'll see. So I'm going to take the tier of this waffle. I know this is so unprofessional, but you know what? I got up really early to do this. A lot earlier than I would normally do. So, all right. So again, this is going to play heavily with color. So I'm going to go ahead and start trying not to jack it up. I mean, after all, he's in a sewer, so it's going to be dark, at least in some places. Or was it good? Um, the one bite I had, yes, it was very good. Of course, I didn't get any chocolate chips in my first bite, so that was a little disappointing. But the food's good, yes. So does everybody have big plans for today? Mm, let's see here. Got to pull out the big box of colors.
Some chocolate chips.
No, no, no. I'm good.
They're sugar free.
I'm good.
I'm helping out your ways.
I'm good.
Keep up the good work.
Well, we're definitely gonna try. You plan on working on some overlays for StreamYard? Yeah, you know, I really need a good overlay, but I never think about it until like right before I'm getting ready to get on StreamYard. Then I'm like, oh crap. We'll leave for that now. Okay. Filing taxes today. Woo, fun times. Taxes are so much fun. Taxes are like the one time of the year where my wife and I actually argue. Not really argue, but get into heated conversation. But she got a new job this year, and that issue is probably not going to happen anymore. Ooh, for Cravens. Yeah, I think Remy Q and I will be on Coast to Coast tonight. We're testing a co-hosting thing out with Rod. I don't know if he'll have us weekly or what, but so yeah, if you're available tonight around 8 o'clock, you know where to find us. Um, you know, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon characters are so much easier to draw than a realistic looking turtle. I have no clue right now why I decided to go with a more realistic turtle. I wouldn't say hyper realistic. I do it for you guys. Yeah, I did it to challenge myself. So I need to find. There it is. I need to find my darker purple. And not still markers all over myself. All right. This gray. Love purple. Purple is my second favorite color. And welcome, Bert. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's morphin' time. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. I just realized I did that. I threw the colors that I needed back into my box. Now it's sitting right in front of me. Always morphin' time. Absolutely. So that is the one thing that I hate about doing these on camera is when I do the coloring part, you guys have to hear the squeaky sound of the marker. And I do apologize for that. Ruben was actually in here to start with. I'm not sure if he's still watching or what, but he has been in here because he dropped his ever so famous Cowabunga fam when he dropped in. I have to have another piece of waffle. I'm just thinking. Tyler, we can do that if you want to set it up for that, but I just know that some people don't like to see theirs done on camera because they want to be surprised when they get it. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Gary B. You're always welcome here. This is even the crazy house is a fun place for all people and open to all people. Thanks for stopping in, man. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. So one thing I did not, I did not kind of account for on this is the fact that this cover is a slight bit more, glossy than a regular or standard sketch cover. So I'm having to kind of pay a little bit more attention. You have to be productive and go cut the yard, but I want to be like 10 minutes. Oh, no, don't worry. This is not going to be finished in 10 minutes. Trust that. Go be productive. So, um, what's that color? What's that color? Did I just do this one? What's that color? Okay. Have to head out. Going out of town for the day. Let's go so far. I'll watch the replay. All right. Have a good day, James. Thank you for stopping in. Hey, you, Tom McKay, just let me know. You know how to get in touch with me on Instagram, so all you have to do is just shoot me a message. I'll be happy to talk with you about it and get something set up with you. Yes, this is a sketch cover. It is, yes, Bert. I had 3 of them, so I was like, I'm going to go ahead and try one just for fun. Oh, thank you, honey. Oh, you have it in a foil cover? That's awesome. Yeah, I went to the bookstore that I usually do my dollar bin dimes for, and they had um, three of these books in their dollar bins. And I was telling somebody there that I do sketch covers, and um, I'm always looking for blanks. And they were like, "Well, I just picked this up. If you want it, you can have it." And it was the this cover. And then he was like, "Oh, wait a minute, there's more." And he started pulling them out of the bin, and there were like three of them, one after the other. So I was like, "Well, shoot, I'll take on three." And he was like, "Okay." Use my square tip on this. Yeah. I'll turn it around in just a second to give you guys a little look. I just wanted to get in a little more of the color on this before I went too far. So the very first cover that I ever did was a big accident. Um, Now, I did this one before I started doing these a lot and really didn't think about what I was doing before I did it. So, what I ended up doing was drawing a picture that was totally unrelated to the story. Not just unrelated to the story, but a picture that was unrelated to the genre altogether on the cover, and I had to eat crow over it. So usually what I do is I try to pick something. Yes, sir, Ruben. Donnie's my favorite. I usually try to pick something that is relatable to the cover that I'm working on. And then if I have an idea for a drawing, what I do with it is I pick out, um, like if I've got an idea for like this one, Donatello, then I choose a Turtles book. Or if I have a Turtles book and I want to do Donatello, then I've got something I could do Donatello on. So I always try to choose something that's relatable, um, to what I'm drawing on. That was not the droid that I was looking for. I hope that makes sense. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of going in, adding some speckle into this, a little bit of olive green, um, just to give a little bit more detail. Um, and honestly, my mind when I'm doing art works a lot differently than most people that do art. Um, the way my mind works is totally weird as far as what I do. Um, Now, I always try to do something that I'm going to be able to be successful at because, again, I still have this small fear of doing sketch covers. Um, I just don't want to spend the money on a book just to mess it up. And I know that's weird, but like, I don't know. Comic books for me are a lot less accessible than they are for most people that, people that live in bigger cities or people that live in more urban areas. Um, they're a lot less accessible here because, like I've told you before, our closest comic shop is about an hour away. And, when I live an hour away from a comic shop, I don't want to go out and spend money on a comic that I'm going to end up screwing up by drawing on it. So that has been a constant, I wouldn't necessarily say fear, but just hesitation for me. And it sucks. Like most of the books, yeah, Comicade, I get it. I get it. Most of the books that I have to order, I order online. And it's not because I don't want to go to the shop. I want to support local shops as much as I can. And my wife will tell you, anytime we're in an area where there's a local shop, I'm trying to stop in and at least get something. But when your local shop is further than an hour away, it hurts. So you have to order online. You have to order from any place you can find. So like a lot of the places that do exclusive covers, I don't even hear about until after the fact. And then usually by the time I hear about it, it's too late to get it. So unfortunately, I do miss out on a lot. But I do try to stay on top of it so that when stuff comes out that I like, I can get it. Yes, lots of green in the time you were gone. What's up, Adrian? How's it going? I know my wife is watching. She'll be happy to know you're here. She's like, that guy's funny. We need a little bit of black for some shadow. So here I'm just adding some black into the shell, just enough, just enough to let the brown shine through. Because again, we are going to be working in shadow on the rest of the picture, and I don't want it to be too much black, but I do want you to know when you look at it that you're looking at the shell and not shadow. What's up, new guy? Oh, that feels so weird saying out loud. What's up, new guy? So I'm eating my waffles for the morning. Sorry. I know I shouldn't do that live, but it has a nice ring to it. I got up and like came straight into my office and was like, all right, time to get busy. So wait, Tyler, you said a lot of green in the time that you've gone and come back. Did you already cut your grass? Because, dude, if you cut your grass, you need to be cutting grass for a living, unless you live in like a 4x4 lot. That was quick. Never be sorry for waffles. Especially never be sorry for waffles that your wife makes you. No, I'm very appreciative of my wife and the waffles that she made me. She didn't have to do that because when she got up, she said, "Are you eating?" And I was like, "Nah, I got to go get in here and do this drawing. I've set my live up for 10." And she was like, "You need to eat." I said, "Nah, I'm good." And then she was like, "Okay." So then she made waffles and she was nice enough to bring me some. Isn't that sweet of her? Eat the waffles. Okay. So I'm gonna turn it around and let you see what we got so far. Hopefully you'll be able to see it in front of you. I think I've got a pretty good camera angle on it this time, but I do want you to be able to see. While you're looking, I'll eat some more waffle. And we got to stay hydrated. Oh! Luckily, that didn't spew everywhere, but it could have. What's up, DJ? How's it going? All right, so here we go. We're going to start working some more. I love how DJ enters the room. You're. At least that's what I kind of. Now you want waffles. That's kind of what I imagine when I see him type that into a chat. I didn't say you were a tool. Who said that? Oh, Tyler. Yeah, just make sure that when you do that on Whack Comics, you remember who you saw it from first. So down here, yes, we are getting some color mix, but I'm not overly concerned with that because we're going to be adding yellow in, and that color mix isn't going to matter once we get the yellow in. Oh my goodness. Oh, you guys are too much. No, it definitely read Tool. It definitely read Tool. You are correct, but I think he meant two, or at least that's what I hope he meant. All right. Old Man DJ. Now there's a new comic for Marvel to put out. Old Man DJ. I mean, they've got Old Man Hawkeye, they've got Old Man Logan, and then they got Old Man Quill. So they could have an Old Man DJ now. But hey, I can't say anything because I'm sitting here wearing glasses. Yes, comment section is what makes the world go round, especially when Tyler's in the house. There's never a dull moment. I'm just surprised we haven't heard about feet yet. And as I say that, he's probably like, "Give it time." Uh-oh, Burke's back. Dad's back. Everybody's got to behave. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate that. Um, it's a little different for me. I'm used to drawing. I think I said this earlier. I'm used to drawing the old. Let me see that. I'm used to drawing like the old 1980s version of the turtles. They're super easy cartoon drawings because my kids at school, they don't they don't care about the movies. They've what sort of markers are these? Um, I'll give you that 1 second. Um, my kids at school, they don't care about the movies. They're more into the cartoons like the Nickelodeon. So a lot of them haven't seen or been exposed to the original TMNT. So I spend a lot of time like drawing those old 80s and 90s cartoon characters for them, and they're just amazed that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles look like that. They're like, they didn't look like that, and I'm like, yeah, they did back in my day. And it makes me feel even older that I have to say back in my day. Yeah, I agree, Tyler. Bert should sing the thong song on Thursday. That should be the timer for the thing that you're doing. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to be giving too much information out. Being in a secret society like the Illuminati, you don't want to give too much because they're always watching. Okay. Now I'm trying. I don't think you guys understand how hard I'm trying not to make a fool out of myself doing this because am. I'm honestly frightened of doing the Ninja Turtles. Um, they're such recognizable characters, so people when they see them, they know when they're right and they know when they're wrong. And that's a mental block, mental hump that I have to get over because I know that it sucks that YouTube won't let us play copyrighted music because if we could, I would absolutely play that song right now because it's gonna be stuck in my head while while I'm doing this. These are they are alcohol based markers. They're meant for blending colors. Um, Now you can go and spend hundreds of dollars on the Copic or Prismacolor, but I stick with the Amazon brand because they work just as well and there's just as many colors. But they have a pointed tip, or they call it a brush tip, and then they have a chisel tip on the end. And I use these for all my covers. I find that the colors stay wet enough; they blend well. Um, Most of the time, they blend well. There have been times when I've been like, "Oh crap," but they are alcohol-based markers. You can buy them on Amazon. You can buy them Mercari, eBay, about anywhere that you can um, find stuff like markers. Now I know you can't buy them like in places like Walmart. Walmart carries their cheap Crayola crap. Ooh, that's just so scandalous. It's gonna be thanks, guys. That song is now stuck in my head, and I'm gonna be sitting here until I'm done because I can't play copyrighted music humming that song. You have put me in an endless loop of Cisco. So, did any of you ever notice how Cisco, when every song he ever put out, he says, I think I'll sing it again. Like, okay, dude, at some point you just got to stop thinking you're going to sing it again and just sing it again. Stop telling us you're thinking about singing it again. Do it. That's one thing I notice, and I pay attention to stuff like that in music. Things that people say over and over and over again. And you know why he did it? Because he was living La Vida Loca. Indeed, it was. It was a very good year. And yeah, I could listen to it in an earbud, but I would be sitting here fooling with the earbud the whole time. And I just don't think that's something people would be interested in seeing as me fooling with an earbud. Why have I not seen this thing yet? I feel like I have, but oh no. Ricky Martin? She's in superstition, black cats and voodoo dolls. Sorry, I'm just kind of surveying my scene right now. Ricky Martin's a national treasure. I don't disagree. Awesome. I'll have to check out Dells of Suspense. I'm trying to blend some grays in here because we're going to make him look like he's coming out of the shadows. And then I hit a blue gray of all things. Where are all these blue grays coming from? Or am I just putting them back in my box and picking them up every time? That's one thing I need to do, I need to get a marker like organizer, because one thing is for sure, my markers are not organized at all. Oh, there you are. I was looking right at them and didn't even pick them up. Ruben, I'm doing this for fun. It will be up for sale. But at this point in time, I mean, until I'm done with it, just fun, just something to do. No, those are not organized. Um, I'm doing. It will be for sale when I'm finished. Now I will, once this front dries, I will go to the back and I'll probably add the TMNT sewer cap logo and put on there that this is a Cardboard Crazies exclusive, that kind of thing. But yeah, yes, yes. What's up, Roscoe? How's it going? Good morning, my friend. Guys, if you haven't checked out Geek Out with Roscoe, you need to check Geek Out with Roscoe. He has got some fantastic artwork on his, I think it's his Instagram channel. He hasn't really done any lives yet on YouTube, but I'm trying to talk him into it. So I'm sure if you guys get in his ear, he would be more inclined and more likely to do something like that. Just a thought. Oh, yeah, that's one of those things that sucks. Doing a good video, forget that you didn't unmute it. Yes, yes, it is. That answer was to Bert. It is for sale. I think I've heard of Crayola before. And I've thought about doing one of these, a sketch cover in Crayola, just regular Crayola markers, just to kind of demonstrate how you can still use store-bought markers, um, or maybe doing one in all Sharpie to demonstrate you can still do stuff like this in Sharpie. Because I think a lot of people are turned off by the fact that on a lot of these, people use these super expensive, super hard to find. Well, not really hard to find necessarily, but they use these markers that people are intimidated by because they're hundreds of dollars to at cost. And I want to show that you can do something just as good. It may take a little more working it out to do that, but you can do something just as good with like Crayola or Sharpie marker. As a matter of fact, a lot of these I use. Um, I will use Sharpie, like you just saw me using this one. Um, I do use a lot of Sharpie in these, so um, it is possible to do that. They do paint too. This is very true, Roscoe. You definitely don't need $100 markers to make something very cool. Um, Now you are seeing me right now use these. These are more hexagonal um, in shape markers. These are called studio markers. These are actually fairly cheap. I think you can get a set of, I think 6 come in a box, and they make them for different like sets of colors. You can get these for like $15 for 6 of them. No, no, $100 markers don't make things automatically cool. Um, I've seen people attempt to use $100 markers that don't know how to use the markers, and it turned out to be more of a nightmare than it was a pleasure. So no, markers, the type of marker you use doesn't make something automatically good or automatically cool, unfortunately. I'm almost thinking that I could get away with doing away with this sewer in the background and doing the whole cover in black and leaving him the way he is. What do you guys think? Should I? I'm gonna turn it around. Should I keep going with it like this and have the sewer in the background, or should I just go ahead and darken this all in and take the sewer out and just leave him in black? Because I almost think that the sewer is going to detract from the actual image because the sewer is going to be in gray. What do you guys think? This is a game time decision. You get to choose part of the outcome. Take the sewer out. Yeah, I kind of thought that. Ruben, do the story with Batman walking down the stairs. I do my covers run this one, since it wasn't a commission, will be $60. I do take commissions, and we can talk if you want to hit me. Well, you don't have Instagram, so we can talk. We'll figure out a way if you want to get one. Um, I don't know. I'm having a hard time with this one. I think give me 1 second. I'm gonna look to see if I can find something real quick. I think I figured out what I'm gonna do. God, I'm just thinking about how much of this. Oh, that's awesome. Send me on Instagram, Roscoe. Send me a link to that. I'd love to see it. Yeah, I just figured out what I'm gonna do with this. So bear with me for a second. I'm kind of. What did he say? That's why I struggle. Oh man, there's never a dull moment when Tyler is in the room. Never a dull moment. I was looking to see if I had any flat black paint, um, so I could kind of get this done a little bit darker, but I didn't have any flat black, so we're gonna have to go with the next best thing. Stimpy Venomized is better than Null. Oh my goodness. So, so do you guys think Noel is coming to an end, like as a character? You think they're gonna use him much anymore, or do you think they'll eventually bring him back? What do you guys see on that, or where do you see that going? Guys, I honestly, the idea that I have right now for this just hit me, and if I can pull it off and pull it off right, then I think this is going to be dope. I just the whole time I've been sitting here doing this, I've been thinking I'm not happy with the sewer behind them, and I was thinking about what I could do. So this is going to be a little bit different. but I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. We're gonna go mixed media here. Man, see, I love Batman Who Laughs though. I think Batman Who Laughs is one of the coolest ideas because he took such a dark turn, and I don't know, like King and I mean Batman Who Laughs, Robin King. I just I love those characters. And I know I may be alone on that, but they were, for me at the time, they were a breath of fresh air. Um, I was happy to see DC take a character and just make them as dark as they could. Come on, trusted marker, blast me through this picture. Yeah, I totally agree, Tyler. Donny Cates was not in on the Batman Who Laughs. I can absolutely get behind that. Okay, let's see here. Pulling the old marker box up for 1 second. Trying to grab another black because the one I've got is not cooperating with me very well right now. I think he's on his last leg before he kicks the can. God, I hope this. Hope I can pull this off. Yeah, and I don't hate Donny Cates, nor do I hate his work, but my whole thing with him is stay in your lane, man. Let you know you are not you are not the end all be all. So stay in your lane, do what you do it good, and leave everything else alone. If it ain't broke, you definitely don't need to try to fix it. And I think that if he stayed in his lane, he would have had a lot more people happy with him. Okay. So, like I said, I think we are going to make this a mixed media picture. Um, oh, yeah. As much as I've loved or enjoyed Thor, it's mostly been the Prey storyline. Those first four Thor issues were solid. 5 and 6 were disappointment. 7 and 8 were garbage. 9 plus has been solid. Yeah, I agree. I yeah, I I haven't read the latest issue, but yeah. Panda, wait till you see where I'm going with this. I believe that what I'm doing here is going to help this picture pop a little more. And see, this is the cool thing about watching this live is that you guys got to see this kind of transform from something to start with that isn't necessarily what it's going to look like in the end. Ruben, awesome. If you want this, then it is. I'll be more than happy to send it your way. Um, I'll actually put my PayPal in the. If you do PayPal in the comments, and if you want it, then you can have it. Actually, let me do this. Oh, I'm so happy that did not end up upside down on the floor. That would have been bad news Browns for me. Um, let's see. There's my email address, Ruben. If you want to email me, um, you can. I'll send you my PayPal, and we can set it up. All right. So let me turn this sideways for a second. All right. Get out of here. Yeah, I like this better than the idea I had for the sewer. Prime time for slime time. Okay. So I'm mixing up just a tiny bit of light green here. Thank you, Adrian. Mixing up a tiny bit of light green to go in and kind of speckle some of the facial area here, or the face area, just to give them some highlights, kind of a little more sense of 3 dimension. Um, that way it doesn't look as flat. Try to hit some of this black in here. One more again. Look at this. I just stuck my finger in green paint. Finger painting time. Tyler, if you're still here, that would be something cool for you guys to do. You should do finger painting time with Black Comics. And you could talk about how to make the art better. You ever wanted to paint on a comic? Have you ever wanted to paint better than the comic art that you've got? Well, we're going to show you how today. Okay, I got you, honey. Thank you for keeping me on a tight schedule. You're the bomb.com. Honey's panda saying hello to you. The panda says hello. I swear I had a dark green here at one point, and I have no clue where it went. Hey, there we go. That's going to darken it up some. Oh, well, thank you both. It's very kind of you to say, Panda. And I do appreciate her being so supportive and letting me do this. In the words of one of our buddies, she's the real MVP. All right, I need to hit this. I really want the green to be bold. I don't want it to be kind of a wash. I want it to stick out. And I mean, I know it's bright enough that it's going to stick out anyways, but I did. I decided no to the bricks. I just felt like the background was going to just be a distraction from the actual character because I wanted him to be the focal. So I took the bricks out, went with something a little more simple and stylistic, indicative of my art rather than doing a background. Where are you, Martha? I need to find you. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let me take this out so it's not. There we go. It's still very, very wet, so I'm going to have to kind of let it dry. I think I need to go back in after looking at it on camera. Put another shade of green on the hands. So, guys and girls, if you stuck around to see this to the end, or if you've been here and you had to leave for a few minutes, or you just couldn't stick around, whoever's been here, thank you for being here to kind of see this take form, take shape. I appreciate you all. And yeah, this is my Donatello. And if Ruben wants them, he's not available. And if Ruben doesn't want them, he is available. So this will be up. I got to do the back once this dries. But all I'm going to do for the back is do the TM. And okay, sounds good, Ruben. I'm going to do the TMNT logo on the back, and then I'll put that it's a Cardboard Crazies exclusive and sign the back of it as well. If you do get this, it will come with a COA. Just so you know, I do have the option to send this off to CGC for grading. I have form work that I can get from CGC to prove that it was done by me, and it will come back if you get it as a gold label. So that is an option. Now, if I do that, it will be an additional charge, but I am willing to do that if I need to, if need be. So, you know, if that's something that you're interested in, then you're more than welcome to have that done. Actually, just got my approval yesterday as a verified artist for CGC grading. I'll have to check with them. It'll be Monday before I can get the actual price of it, but I will check with them and let you know. So if you want to set up right now where you can pay for the book, then we'll talk about the grading cost after I get to talk with them. Either way, Ruben, you can email me and we'll discuss that. This is, it actually turned out a lot better than I had initially thought or imagined it. So I'm happy with it. Again, it's very rare for me to say that I'm happy with something that I've done. So this is one that I'm very pleased with. Gonna let her dry, work on the back, and then I'll post pictures on my Instagram of the finalized piece. So if you're here right now and you haven't hit that thumbs up button, please take a second to hit that thumbs up. Every thumbs up helps. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I'd love to have you around. I'm going to be doing more of these live. Got some commission work that I'm going to be putting up soon. And yeah, we're just going to have a good time with this and see where it goes. But thank you all for watching. I hope that you have a great rest of the weekend. If you want, I'll be on Rod the Rican's channel for Coast to Coast at 8 o'clock. And you can check me out there. I think Remy Q is going to be on there with us. And we're just going to have us a good old weekend. So have a great one. Be a blessing to somebody today. Most importantly, I hope that you are all blessed. We'll see you next time.